Hello, everyone. And now, I think everyone knows how I feel about exclusives. I don't hate the games that are exclusive. Like, I don't hate Halo. I don't hate Order 1886. I don't hate Bloodborne. I don't hate Rise of Rome. I don't hate Gears. However, I hate the whole idea of them and having a game on only one platform. In my opinion, I honestly think every game should be on every platform. So, Halo could be on PlayStation, but it has the Xbox Game Studios logo, and Bloodborne can be on Xbox, but it has a PlayStation Game Studios logo. Now, when the news first came out about Xbox purchasing Bethesda and owning all their IPs, I was one of those people who was like, well, let's at least have Fallout and Elder Scrolls still be multi-platform. However, over time, my opinion has changed, and I honestly feel like Xbox should just make every single Bethesda game that comes out in the future a exclusive to the Xbox platform. So by this, I mean make Fallout 5 exclusive to Xbox. If we ever get a New Vegas 2, make that exclusive to Xbox. Have Elder Scrolls 6, Dishonored 3, the next Doom game, make it all exclusive to Xbox. Now, my opinion has changed on this simply by not only thinking about how this would really help Xbox if they were all exclusive and all that, but it would also get rid of the whole Xbox has no games narrative, which is extremely dumb and I hate it so much. But also because I started remembering when Spiderman PS4 came out and Spiderman was announced and the game came out as an exclusive for PlayStation. And I was one of the people who complained about this because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. He was my favorite superhero, but now he's my third favorite after Green Arrow and Batman. But I complained about this. I complained about Spider-Man only being exclusive to PlayStation. And I remember anytime I would complain about it, I was told every single time the response was, we'll just go buy a PlayStation. I don't know how many memes about how, Xbox gamers, they don't have Spider-Man. They have like Amazing Spider-Man 2 and all that. They don't got newer Spider-Man. And then I would complain, and then I would be there complaining. It's like, well, hey, why are you making Spider-Man exclusive to PlayStation? And the response was, we'll just go buy a PlayStation then. So honestly, the people who are complaining about how it would be unfair if Xbox made every Bethesda game exclusive to Xbox, then I am going to respond the same way all of you responded to me when I complained about Spider-Man being exclusive to PlayStation, and I'm going to say, we'll just buy an Xbox. Or, you can use all the PCs that all you claimed that you had when Sea of Thieves came out, and all these Xbox games. Or, and you can use Xbox Game Pass on PC, or, you can use xCloud and play on your phone. Now, yes, I used to be nice about this, and it was like, Xbox should have at least Fallout and Elder Scrolls be multi-platform, because those two are like the biggest Bethesda IPs, and it's like, they've been on both platforms for a very long time, but not anymore. Like, I don't care about being nice anymore. I don't care about being the whole, both things should be on both platforms. Not anymore, because I remember every single time I heard people say, Xbox has no games. And I remember everyone being like, this Xbox game sucks because a Metacritic score was low and something. It was like in the 60s or something like that. Even though Metacritic means absolutely nothing. But people screamed top of their lungs about how terrible Xbox was because of a Metacritic score. And saying how if an Xbox game wasn't a AAA first-party game like We Happy Few, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, those were all AA and were made by smaller studios, they were simply terrible because of it. I love those games. I love We Happy Few. I love Sea of Thieves. I love State of Decay 2. They were all made by small studios. They are not AAA, or they're not a AAA first-party game, but they are still amazing. But everyone said they were terrible simply because they were not AAA. And I also remember that Sony made probably the biggest superhero ever be exclusive to only PlayStation. And like the thing is, I can hear people now say, well, Sony owns Spider-Man. No, they don't. They own the movie rights to him. They do not own Spider-Man himself. Marvel does. Marvel owns Spider-Man. Sony only owns the movie rights. But again, Spider-Man is probably the biggest superhero ever. Everyone on Earth probably knows about Spider-Man, but they made him only exclusive to PlayStation. And when I complained about this and said, "Hey, what about Xbox or hell, even Nintendo? What about Switch? Why not put it on everything?" I was told, "Well, just go buy a PlayStation. If you want to play it, just go buy a PlayStation." So frankly, I don't care anymore. And honestly, Xbox should make every Bethesda game exclusive to Xbox. If you want to play them, then play it on an Xbox platform, whether it be Game Pass for PC, xCloud, or you could just buy an Xbox. Because that was everyone's response when I complained about Spider-Man being exclusive to PlayStation. And yes, I did like Spider-Man PS4. At first I didn't, but then I replayed it and my opinion changed on it. But you want to know something? I still remember complaining about it being like, "Hey, why isn't it on Xbox?" And people being like, "Well, just go buy a PlayStation." So frankly, I just don't care. I don't like exclusive. I don't like the idea of exclusives. I would prefer if, again, Halo, if it was on everything. If Halo was not only on Xbox but also on PlayStation and on Switch, but like when you load it on, like you put it in the PlayStation and it goes Xbox Game Studios. I wish Bloodborne was on the Xbox, and when you put it in and started playing, it went PlayStation Game Studios. Like how they do with Minecraft. I would love if every game started doing what they do with Minecraft, where it's on every platform, but it says Xbox Game Studios. I would love if Bloodborne, Order 1886, and Horizon Zero Dawn came on Xbox, but it said PlayStation Game Studios. And if Halo, Gears, Sea of Thieves went on PlayStation, but it said Xbox Game Studios. And MLB The Show is going to be coming out on Xbox, and the pictures that like people probably seen on Twitter, it has the PlayStation Studios logo. So to me, they can do that, but I know they're not to, and I'm going to keep complaining about exclusive because the whole idea of exclusives I hate. And to everyone complaining about how, well, it's unfair, like every Bethesda game has been on every platform and all that, and like what is unfair that you're making it Xbox exclusive? Okay, every Spider-Man game was on every platform until Sony made it exclusive to PlayStation, and then when I complained about it, I was just told, well, just go buy a PlayStation. Just buy a PlayStation. Who cares that you would rather play it on Xbox? Just go buy a PlayStation. So frankly, I'm just going to say, if you want to play Bethesda games, you should have to go buy an Xbox. Xbox should make every Bethesda game exclusive, and if you say it's unfair, well, just go buy an Xbox then.